Novels. We all love reading them, you know, laying down, binge reading that, binge reading the novel real quick, going through 50 through 100 chapters. Seeing somebody go from zero to hero is absolutely one of the best feelings. Do I have to name some? Renegade Immortal, I Shall Seal the Heavens, Reverend Insanity, Lord of the Mysteries. But then we have a byproduct of those said novels. BRAINROT novels. Now, if you watch my channel for a long time, you know how much I've read BRAINROT novels. They're mostly the 98%, the 97% that convolutes novels as a whole. When I made my guide to when I made my anime versus cultivation video and I labeled all their tropes in that diagram, bro, I said 93%, bro. I think it's the 98%, bro. There's 98% of BRAINROT out there, and that's most novels. When you get into this novel shit, man, you gotta know that you're gonna be scouring through that BRAINROT. You know, the stereotypical BRAINROT Chinese MTL that you go in WNMTL, you literally go into the Zhuangwan section and you click on page 7. Literally read that page. We talking about Dragon Ball Z transmigrated, my 100 times rebate system, those type of BRAINROT novels. But we're not going to talk about that today either. Today, we're talking about the abyss. This is what I like to say is the underlevel. If we like to say that cultivation, if these novels are universes, and these subgenres make certain areas of these universes, web novel.com is most definitely the abyss. This is truly where the grand devourers, the abyssal demons, the arc fiends truly reside at. You do not want to be here, bro. This is where dreams and creations and ideas come to die, bro. This is where the demons get a hold of it. They just taint it with their bad foul breath, bro. Any idea that you think, oh my god, that'll be really, really good. No, it's absolutely tarnished by some garbage teenager in their mom's basement drinking Mountain Dew, eating Doritos, who just watched a whole bunch of anime, recently figured out about cultivation novels, read 200 chapters of Shadow Slave, and said, you know what, I want to make a Shadow Slave parody, but this time he gonna have a harem. And that's basically what we're gonna be talking about today. No, it's not a Shadow Slave parody, but this dude got reincarnated into the cultivation world, and well, his mission is to slay these hoes. You seen that title, you see that thumbnail, you already know who it is. It's your boy Boofy, aka Boofpack, and welcome back to another video. Man, I forgot the title of this novel, bro. Reincarnated as a stepdad in a fantasy world. Hang on tight with me. This novel is pretty stereotypical if you know web novels. Chapter 1 starts off with Jack. Basically, he's in a war. This is a really interesting start. I don't know why most novel authors never started like this. They always be like, oh yeah, my girl getting cucked, and then I end up oh, I can't say that. But basically, it starts off in a war. They're going to war against the Zenatians. It was like Zentanians, Zetians, whatever. Paul is guiding him and his soldiers out good and glorious. But then his right-hand man, Paul, somebody who he's been going to war with for like 10 plus years, he's like his right-hand man, his best friend, his war buddy. They cried together, they laughed together, slept in the same bed, you know what I mean? They like this, uninseparable. He's telling them, yo, let's just retreat real quick. Let's retreat to a cave real quick. I'm gonna serve you some grub, and then we could go back out there, man. And he's like, all right, cool, let's get it. Paul served the whole crew grub. It turned out he was a Zentian spy, and he poisoned everybody. And before Jack could even say anything back, bro got shot. But don't worry, that ain't the end of him. Chapter 2 starts off with Jack finding himself in a mysterious blank space. Out of nowhere, a strikingly handsome young man named Alexander, or Alex, explains to him that not only did he die to betrayal, but I also died of betrayal, so we got one thing in common. Jack then asked Alex, how did he die? And Alex said, you know, I fucked my best friend's wife and he figured out. But that doesn't matter because Alex did introduce him to the phenomenon called soul linkage, which gives Jack a second chance at life by reincarnating into Alex's body. But there's a twist. Jack must avenge Alex's betrayal, protect Alex's family and the wives and daughters and stepdaughters and maids, and you know what I mean. It's a smut novel. What do you expect? And also, you have to slay some more hoes to add up to his harem because he's gonna have a certain thing that puts him above the rest. Jack obviously agrees. He gets the second chance at life, and he hears all he has to do is just slay some hoes. Alex didn't tell Jack the reason why he actually died. The true reason why he died is because him and his friend Felix, they ended up both stumbling upon this artifact. They made a deal. They was like, yo, you can have the other treasures. Let me study the artifact for a little bit. Alex ended up storing the artifact to the point that it fused with his soul. That boy Felix got greedy, ended up murking Alex. So after explaining that, Jack's like, all right, cool, let's just proceed with this process already. Jack and Alex memories fused together. Jack then fused into Alex's body, and then boom, now he's Alex. We're no longer gonna say Jack no more. Jack no longer exists. That whole thing with the war, the poison, that whole war, did that all that matter? No, none of that matter because now we're worried about Jack and how he's gonna slay these hoes. Chapter 4, he basically just shows up his system panel, and then they explain that he has to get soul points. Now, in order to get soul points, he has to have sex with women, and the stronger and the closer they are to him, the more soul points he gets. Okay, I don't even think I have to really like fully explain this. That's really all chapter chapter 4 is about. This is when the novel diverged into straight up brain rot already. In chapter 5, he emerged from the forest and he returns to his mansion. He is then greeted by his maid Anna. But freak her, they have their little interaction. She blushing, whatever, cool, whatever. The main point is that when he sees his wife, the maid, she can wait later. What we really hear is for the golden goose, and this is what's going to allow us to upgrade our soul points. And this is what's going to allow us to upgrade our techniques to the highest degree using soul points. And this girl seems pretty broken herself. Who cares about the maid? The novel author then goes on a whole exposition of explaining her beauty. I don't want to go through all that. Whatever. The novel sucks. And then, oh boy, the R18 chapters. Now, your boy is monetized, so I can't actually go deeper into these R18 chapters. So basically, they kissed, he undressed, she undressed, and they mingled, they tingled. You know, they did a little penguin dance, they did a little happy feet for chapter 6 to 7. You know what I mean? They do a little happy feet, they do a little mingle. And then the next morning, Alex then wake up and he checks the system panel because like I said, the soul points is gained when he has sex with women. The closer they are to him, and the stronger they are, the better. He also realized that he gained a good amount of soul points, and that's also because his wife crashed out in one recent battle. Well, not a recent battle. She crashed out in one of her past battles that end up getting her power destroyed or sealed. So she's actually really, really strong, but because her foundation is messed up, I don't really even know the power system. They just went straight into the sex. So who knows if this is like a cultivation world, fantasy world. I'm guessing it's a fantasy world because it says reincarnated into a fantasy world, but that's pretty like vague. Who knows what type of fantasy world it is? I don't know. But let's just say she's sealed. You know what I mean? Her powers is capped. You know what I mean? If she was supposed to be at the Nixon Soul Round right now, she's in cheat condensation. It's GG's. This chapter did end it off with them leading into more, you know, happy feet, cuddle moments, lovey time. Like, I don't want to get demonetized, man. Please, man, please. But don't worry, it gets even worse. If you think it won't get worse, it will. It always does. So chapter 9 and 10 is, like I said, they just doing a little happy feet dance. Can't really get into it because it's very vivid. The author went really in detail when it comes to these sex scenes, but when it comes to explaining the world, he's pretty vague in that. But don't worry, chapter 9 introduces the new character. Meet Alice Elswald. It's the second daughter, if I remember correctly, who is basically watching her stepfather have sex. I don't even know why. Like, I could have reviewed like a normal brain rot novel. I don't know why I wanted to start off with like this trash web novel bullshit, man. Chapter 10 literally just continues off from Alex's point of view of having happy feet with dances, you know, tap dance lessons with his wife. And that's it. That's all I could read before I could just have to drop it off. I don't really care about this novel no more. But I am going to upload a video about it because I have to get the information out there. I can't be the only one that only knows about this. So if you want to read more of it, go ahead. I know some of you guys would like this. This shit is trash, though. This shit is trash. But don't worry, I swear to God, my martial spirits and nanobots gonna come out. I swear, bro.